Okay, we're going to move on to page number 2. Let's zoom out a little bit. So the first thing we'll do is add some tape to the flap there, and then we can get going. Okay, so on the front of here we're going to have a pocket, and the cardstock we need, well, we're going to have a flap and a pocket. So for the flap we need a piece that's 5 by 8.5. Just grab another piece. Come on, okay. So 5 by, what am I doing? 5 by 8.5. It's like my brain is so not with it right now. 8.5, yeah. Wow. So that's that one, and then we need another piece that's 4.5 by 9. So 4.5 by 9. Okay. So on the flap, stretch. So on the piece that is 5 by 8.5, we're going to score it at 8. Oh, excuse me. And then on the one that's 4, it's meant to be 4.25. 4.25. 4.25 by 9. You're going to score it at 1/2 inch on 3 sides. There we go. Okay, so we need to add tape to all of these flaps. Then we can do some snippity snipping, and we're good to go. So this pocket, it's the same as the one we did on page 1. That's how I pretty much always do all my pockets. So put the tape on first and then mitre those edges. Okay, so burnish and fold, 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 and fold. Okay, then we're just gonna snip a little of the edges away. Something's funny. On the flap, and then on this one just burnish and mitre in. So we're cutting away the edge. And there. So we'll have 2 pieces that, oh, you can't see them both. There we go. You can just about see the 2 pieces there. Okay, so bring in your page. The flap has got to stick to the top, and you want to make sure when you stick this that you leave a little bit of a gap at the top, because when I did this on my prototype, it kind of, let me show you, it started to get messy up there because I did it too close. So I'm going to leave a little bit of a gap. Yeah, I think that's what the problem was. I'm going to bring it down, centralize it on your a little bit more. So I mean, it's only a tiny little bit, so that is with it level, and then I'm pulling it down just a touch. That should do the trick. So we'll stick that down. And burnish that. And then the pocket is going to go on the flap. But what I want to do is add a bead of glue along the middle, because we're going to make this 2 pockets. So about halfway. It doesn't have to be super duperly accurate, but if you wanted it to be, it would be at 4 inches. So just a line of glue, like so. Then take the tape off. So in and up. Then you want to stick this on here with the opening on the right hand side. So you can open it out. Actually no. Oops, and I've stuck my finger in the glue. It's still fine. I'm just lining it up with the edge of the flap. And give that a good burnish. And just rub over where that line of glue is in the middle. Okay, so then this will open, and then you have this whole big page that you can do stuff on. So what I did was decorate the front, then these 2 I've left pretty much just open. So where's my paper gone? On this one I'm going to do a strip for there and then a little strip there. So I want a pattern that's fairly small. So I've got my paper here. So I think, what haven't we had? Just having a little look. Oh, that one. That'll be a good one. So this will be, I can't remember what were my measurements for this, because it's smaller than, yeah, let me just measure it and check. So this should be 7 3/4. I didn't write it down, did I? No, 7 3/4 by well, 3.5. Let me just make a note. 7 3/4 by 3.5, and then the strip that needs to be by 1, so 7 3/4 by 1. Okay. Whoops. So 7 3/4, and then 1, and then 3.5. Okay. Whoops. So you've got one there and one there, and then so you know that there's two pockets, I'll put a little strip of something across the middle. I might come back to that afterwards and have a think about what I want. I might just do a strip of cardstock. I'll decide that when we're decorating, I think. So, oh, I love that side. Oh. Yeah, I think I want that side instead. So let's stick that one. And then that one. There. Okay. Cool. So next we're going to do the top and bottom, and I forgot to grab my magnets. So, whoops, on the inside, if I zoom out a little and open it like so, so I want a magnet top and bottom, so when this closes it will be stuck. Got a big pile of magnets here. So, whoop, two there. So, stick one on the top and just a bit of extra tape. These magnets are a bit weird because they're already sticky back, but it just seems like they're on the wrong, the stick is on the wrong side. I don't know. Might just be me. Okay. Right. So this is just a normal size now to mat them, which is one is 8 by 5 and then the other one is 8 by 4 3/4. So I'm going to use this one. Should I do the same one for both? Could do, couldn't we? Even though that's a little bit narrow, we could do. Save wasting. I might just do that. So for this one, this needs to be 4 3/4. That doesn't look right. 4 3/4. No, that's not right at all. Bear with. Let me just ignore me. I'm talking rubbish. So just need to cut that down to 8. And that looks long. Oh, that's why, because this flap was a little bit different. That's why. So it's actually, yeah, 7. So it's 7 by 4 1/4. And this is the normal one. So this is 8 by 5. Just see if it's big enough. Oh, it's a little bit short, but I can always add something to the bottom. So I'm trying to be good and use up everything frugal like. So stick that there and that one there. I think that looks alright. Or what I did on my practice one, this was actually 2 pieces, but now I've cut it to that. It's only a smidge short. Yeah, I think I'm just going to use it. It's a smidge short, but it's alright. Glue. I do love that side. So I'm trying to use up as few sheets of paper and cardstock as possible, but still get the album done. So I'm making a note of exactly how much, because I don't usually actually check to see how much cardstock and stuff I use. I just, you know, keep making. Okay. Oops. Right, and we can do more to the pages anyway afterwards. So this is just like the basic decoration, and then we can do a bit more after. Okay, so that's those 2 done. So that's the first side of page 2. So you've got your 2 pockets. Now that's dry. Got pocket there, and then this opens up to a flap. Cool. So now flip it over, and I'm thinking I might stop there and be back in a little bit. Okie dokie, so we're now on to the second side. Oh, I can't zoom out anymore. So we've done that side with the flip that opens that way. So now we're on to this side. So for here, we're going to need 2 pieces of cardstock that are 4 by, oh, let me just get my trimmer, 4 inches by 5. So I'll just cut that down. Need another piece. Have I got another one? Yes. So 4 inches by 5. And then I'm going to score both of those on the short side. Is that right? Yeah, so on the on the short side. I had to think then, my brain's not in gear. So on the 4-inch side, you're just going to score that at 1/2 inch, and do that for both of them. And the same as with all the others, we're just going to add our tape and then burnish those, burnish it and mitre the edges. So let's get that on. So tape on first. Like so. Let's get that stuck on nicely and mitre. And them a fold. Okay, so these two pieces are going to get stuck on here. So that side, flipping it over. So one's going to go at the top and one is going to go at the bottom. So we'll take the tape off. Oops, sorry, I keep knocking the camera. I've moved it slightly and I keep knocking it. So take it ever so slightly away from the edge, just to make it a smidge neater from the top edge. And when I say a smidge, I literally mean like a hair's width. And let's burnish. Oh, I know why it's shaking. My camera is mounted on my desk now. That's what I've changed. I remember why I changed it from that before, because every time the desk shakes, the camera shakes. I may have to change that back. You have to let me know how shaky it is. It's not too bad. Okay, so that's what we've got. Now we're gonna decorate the front bit and the insides, but before we put the paper on the insides, I want some magnets on. So I'm a big thing on magnets here, it's ridiculous, isn't it? So we need 2 for the top and 2 for the bottom. Oh gosh, I really need to sort these out. There, whoop. Okay. So the 2 I'm going to put on the outside of the flaps. So about there. So 1 there. And 1 there, and a bit of tape over the top. Just to make sure that stays in place. And then the other 2, you just let it drop, it'll be in the right spot, and then we can just take off the sticky backing and it will be in the right place. There. And a little tape. I always put a bit of tape just to be on the safe side so it doesn't wiggle or anything like so. There, so that's our 2 flaps. So now we can decorate. So for the inside we just need 1 big piece, which is going to be, let me just get my piece of paper. So this is one of the smaller flaps, that's the bigger one, so it will be 8 by 4 3/4. Let me see if I've got any scraps. So I haven't got any scraps big enough for that, so we're going to break into a new sheet. And what's on that side? The spots. So, and okay, so let's have, oh, we'll go with this one, which is very nice. I really like that one. So what did I say? 8 by 4 3/4, and I want it to be this way. And in fact, I might use it for all of it. So 4 3/4 first. So I've just got my trimmer to the side of me. Save me bringing it in and out and in and out every 2 seconds. Yeah, I like that. So then put it down. So this strip is from a 12 by 12, so I'm going to take 2 inches off the top and the bottom, and then we'll have a continuous pattern. So you can't see. I'm going to have to move my camera up because it's so low down now. Oh well. So that's the page. I've just turned it to the side, and then the 2 inches that I've took off the top and the bottom can just go on the flaps there. So let's stick this down. Oh. And I've been using wet glue because it seems to make it a little bit sturdier. Because when the glue dries, it just feels a little bit tougher. I don't know. It doesn't matter really. Whoops. So that on there. And give it a nice, good burnish. And then, oh, yeah, so it's going to go there. It's obviously not going to fill the whole of it, but I actually don't mind that. So we could leave a gap there, have it in the middle or there. And I think I'm going to leave it there, so you could do a little bit of writing there. And I might put a little strip of Whisper White there for some journaling on. And I'll do the same at the bottom. So it's going to go at the top of the flap. Like so. And then on the bottom one, we'll do the same thing, but at the bottom. Okay, so give all of this a nice burnish to make sure it's stuck, especially when you're using wet glue. It does, depending on the glue, take a couple of seconds to grab, so I always go back over and give it another burnish there, and I'll add some Whisper White to that later. We'll do the main bits first and then go back and decorate. I love that paper, that's so nice. So this is going to fold up and that's going to fold down, so we just need something on here. So the other side of this paper is this one, which I think would look quite nice. Yeah, I like that. Let me just check the size of that flap. Whoops. So it is 3.5. So your DSP needs to be, let me just write it down, DSP 3.5 by 4 3/4. Just make a note of that, I hadn't written that down. Okay, so I want the stripes going that away. So 4 3/4. Hang on, it is 3.5, isn't it? So no, not 3.5, sorry, 3.25. There we go. 3.25 and 3.25. Yeah, that's nice. I like that. Awesome. So let's peel these tape backings off. And so keep all of your scraps, all of the little pieces in a nice little pile, because we can go back and use them, or we will go back and use them either for part of the decoration or doing photo mats or something like that. So never throw them away until the project is completely finished, and even then there's usually something that you can make with your little leftover bits. Now burnish it well, particularly around the magnet. And that's this side done. Didn't take long at all. I like that a lot. I love this colour. Oops. Oh, my glue's squidging out. That's alright, just wipe it off. To get it before it dries, then it usually comes off okie dokie. Okay, so that's that side done. So you've got your two flaps, one opens up, one opens down and closes with the magnet. We will have a photo mat in there, but we'll come back to that later. The magnets, whatever you put inside this pocket now, the magnets will hold it in place. See? Cool. So now we'll go on to the inside of the pockets. So for this one I kept it very, very simple. We're just going to mat these two pieces, but for the flap this time here we're just going to make that into a pocket. So we'll put our designer series paper on first. So let's see, haven't got enough of my scraps, so onto another new sheet. And what shall we go for this time? So we've got a nice big spread, so I'm thinking one of the ones with nice big flowers. Have I used that one yet? Let's see. What did I do on the others? Oh no, I haven't. Yeah, we'll go for that one. So that's this one. We've got nice big flowers across here. Oh, love it. Awesome. So I'm going to cut this 12 by 12 piece down to 8 first of all. So when you put it in the trimmer, because I want the flowers to be the right direction, just make sure you turn it and then cut it down at 8. So then that's the top and bottom. So pop that in the trimmer. As you can see, I've cut that down to 8. Then we need one that's 5 and one that's 4 3/4, and then we'll do one for here which will be 3/4 of an inch. So let's chop off the 5-inch piece for there, 4 3/4 for there, so that's nice, the pattern will follow along, and then 3/4 of an inch, which will be on the other side. Which will go on the flap, but I'm gonna flip it over so we've got that side. Okay. Yeah, so stick these down first and then we'll close that and make the pocket. Where's my glue gone? Love, love, loving this paper stack. And it's a double stack as well, so you get even more for your money, which is good. Okay, that's that one. So you could ink the edges of your paper as well. The only reason I haven't is because it takes a little bit more time. So for video purposes, I thought I won't bother, just because the video's already going to be long. So for this one, I haven't bothered, but normally I probably would on an album, just because it makes it a bit more finished. I can't remember if I already said that. I might have done. If I have, just ignore me. Okay. There, that's so pretty. I love, love, love this paper. It's so nice. Oh, gorgeous. And then just to make this flap into a little side pocket. Oh dear, I'm dripping everywhere. We're just going to put, yeah, I'll do that so you can see, a little bead of glue either side. I really do need to figure out where to put my camera. I've got a bigger desk now, bigger that way, which is great, but obviously my tripod, well, the arm that I use isn't quite long enough now, so I may have to get a new one, or maybe just an addition to it. I'm not sure if you can do that. We'll see. So stuck that down, just made that into a little pocket, and give it all a nice good burnish. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm gonna have to sort that out because that's really irritating. Try and burnish gently so I don't shake too much. And then this strip, is that the right way up? Yes. So stick this strip down, and then that is this page done. Just one more to go. Oops. Oh dear. Smudging again. Oops. There we go. And we're done. So we've got our flap. Well, first of all, oh my goodness. First of all, our double pocket there. Then this flap opens up, and you've got a nice big spread there, and that closes with the magnet. Flip it over to this side, and you've got your two flaps that will open up top and bottom, and that closes with the magnet. And then you've got this nice big spread that you can put pictures or whatever else, and then a little pocket that you can just tuck things into. So that is page number 2 all finished, and in the next video we'll move on to the third and final page. So see you then.